Good evening, everyone. Tonight we're going to take a quick look at a new acquisition here. Kind of a vexing one, but still fun. We've finally joined the 360-degree revolution, and it will be televised. Anyway, it's a fun little camera. Though it does look like a sex toy. I'm not unboxing it, although I am going to show you another thing that makes it look like a sex toy. It also comes with a USB-C cable to charge it, but I mean, seriously? Seriously. Sex toy. Male enhancement. Anyway, let me put this back in its little pouch. Camera is fun. The app works great on my iPhone. I have the iPhone SE. The only problem is the iPhone SE does not have enough horsepower to stitch the 360-degree 4K footage that it'll shoot. If I use the next one down, which is 2880 or 2860, it works fine. It fails on the 4K footage. No problem, right? Just throw it into my iPad Pro and stitch it there with the app. But for some reason, Samsung got the great idea to eliminate the iPad app for some reason. I don't know if that's to get you to buy maybe a Samsung tablet. I don't know. But it's been vexing me. Okay, they have the Action Director software, which works on your desktop. Booted into my ancient Windows machine? No, sorry, won't work. Not enough oomph. It requires Windows 10. I'm still using Windows 7 and have no real desire to update it to Windows 10. Great, no problem. Okay, let's grab my Mac Mini. Nope, sorry. The video card doesn't have enough video memory for it to work. So, looks like I'm not doing any 4K with it, because I'm not buying another computer just to do this. I may look into trying to figure out a way to kludge it onto the iPad Pro, which is what I'm shooting this with, because it's a quick and dirty video. Just talking about this. It's a crazy issue and perplexes me to no end. The good thing with that Gear 360 camera, you can find them on eBay for next to nothing. And they are a fun entry to 360-degree video. Now, if I start to do this as a more, I guess, more professional, I would definitely need to get something a bit higher end. And it seems like all the other manufacturers, like Insta360 and Xiaomi and GoPro and all of these, their apps all work on the iPad. I'm still like perplexed. I guess it's Samsung versus Apple and they're feuding, so let's not give it to our customers on the iPad kind of thing. We'll give them most of it, but that last little bit, no. I'm not upgrading my phone just to do this. It's a lot cheaper to buy a different camera, like the Xiaomi Mi Sphere 360. Say that 3 times fast. The camera is it looks like a little pocket point and shoot, but looks like it on both sides. Instead of having a screen on the back, it's got another fisheye lens. So they're pretty cheap. It's $229-ish, I think I've seen them for. And you might even find a used one even less than that. But I don't need it. I only got this one because it was so cheap. I couldn't resist it. And it's fun. And honestly, I don't need 4K. I can fake it. Because, I mean, the 2880 footage upscaled to 4K, it looks good. In fact, I'm sure the majority of people who see it would never know that it was upscaled. And so, why don't I need a higher end computer? Well, I have an iPad Pro. I do all my audio on there. I do all my editing on there, even in 4K. It'll handle up to 3 streams of 4K footage, which is more than enough. I mean, yeah, there's effects and stuff that I can't do in it, but let's be honest. Final Cut Pro 10, motion, you can do some effects, but it's no After Effects. And honestly, I can probably go to like Fiverr and, okay, I need this effect. And somebody on Fiverr will do it for me for $10 and give me a pre-keyed footage that I can load into my iPad Pro and just drop right in the LumaFusion app. Great editor for the iPad, and I think it's $20. Well, maybe it was a special and it was $20. It might be $30 normally. Even still, $30 it's a bargain for such a powerful piece of editing software. It's no Final Cut Pro, it's no Adobe Premiere. Don't think I'm trying to say that. But for basic editing, especially for doing stuff like this on YouTube, it's more than enough. I can add titles, I can add lower thirds, I can do some basic color correction. It's pretty impressive, honestly. So, again, this is a fun little camera. I just wish the iPad would be able to run the app. If any of you know how to kludge it so that I can get it onto the iPhone app onto the iPad, because a lot of apps that are for the iPhone only, you can still install them on the iPad. This one, it seems like there's no way. It boggles my mind because there's a lot of apps that are for the phone only, but you can still install them on the iPad. But I don't know. Anyway, that's more than enough. I've probably been rambling for way too long already, so I'm going to wrap this up. By the way, if you're interested in any of this stuff, there's lots of Facebook groups about 360 video and 360 stills. By the way, the Tiny Planet pictures, really cool. And I'm using an app called Tiny Planet Pro, which is actually free in the iPhone or in the iOS store. I don't know if there's a Android version. Probably is, because most people write them for both. So I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna cut it right here. So have a great night. Bye from the Mad Mohawk. Onagi Wahi.